say. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they say about me. I'm getting this money. I'm getting this money. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they say. Fuck what they say about me. They said I like patience. Waiting room full of patience. And they all slugger by me. Yeah, they on that snake shit. I medicated them all. I talk less and just ball. I'm just trying to rise, but they rather me fall. These hoes crying to crawl. I guess I should be gracious. I'm on a quest for greatness. Can't give you none of my time. Baby, why would you waste it? Oh. You know I get wasted, blaze it face to face, just face it. We on something legendary. They know I'm psycho, they know I might go. So if I put off them lights, ho, my room stay cold, cause I got that nice flow. We got a double bag, baby, and that cargo. I got a diamond where my motherfucking heart go. You say you be everywhere whenever I go. I take it there one time though, but you don't get credit for my motherfucking shine though. Shine though, shine though. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. I'm getting this money, I'm getting this money. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. I'm getting this money, I'm getting this money. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. About me, fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. I'm getting this money, I'm getting this money. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me. I'm getting this money, I'm getting this money. Fuck what they say, fuck what they say, fuck what they say about me.
It's hard out here for a player boy when he go live nowadays. So I don't go up as much. They don't want to hear me. I got my few that do, so I'm here to talk to you anyway. How you doing today? How was your weekend? Tonette, Tammy.
So you see it vivid, I frame the picture. I'm talking knees and rings. I ain't just hanging with you until we know. I'll be a stranger with you. Change the game up. Share my name with you. Hold me tight so them lanes don't get you. Smile, go through the pain with you. Lay and pray with you. Committed from the beginning, I'm staying with you. People can talk, but can they walk like this? I'm street, but rock a suit, I don't just talk like this. I'm real as they come, that's how I'ma lead. Before I play games, I'll just leave you be. But I ain't going nowhere, it's all on me. So pick up the phone, look across the room, call on me. Promise, you'll never stall on me. I'll give all of me. Cause it's all on me. It's all on me, it's all on me. You ain't gotta worry, baby. We ain't gotta hurry.
Might stop for a second.
It's all on me.
For a second. Alright. I guess 2 seconds. So pick back up when I go back. Cool. How's your day, Tonette? How you been? How's your weekend? We take some good. All right, no problem, no problem. We'll start over. No, I ain't afraid to start over.
What you gonna do? You gonna cry? Your man, young man. You gonna stand? You gonna fight? You gonna give up or cry?
Pretty good.
You gonna get up on fingers or let it die? You gonna stand?
Zero
You gonna fight? You gonna give up or cry? When you fall, you gonna get up on fingers or let it die? Look, I ain't trying to be all conscious of shit, but people are zombies and they ain't conscious of shit. How often I spit, I'm just trying to relate. Somehow, love turns into hate, quick and easy. The village falls apart when they say they don't need me. Everybody wants to be the man without the plots and plans.
I know I only have a few subscribers, and of those subscribers, I got a few that actually tune in. I don't know if it's because people aren't getting their messages or getting their notifications, and also the way that the dynamics of YouTube works is you don't have traction or interaction. They don't help. They don't assist you. We put it that way, which is understandable. You know, it's not gonna come up unrelated. But I don't know what the notification issue is. A lot of people are experiencing it. I think they should let every notification go to small channels. I'm not monetized. I don't wish to be monetized. I could probably have 15,000 people, and I still would not come to this. Now, if I'm selling something, eventually my music, poetry, this channel right here is gonna look like poetry. I know where my niche is now, right? And I know what I can do that even if it's emulated, they can't do me. They can't do it better than me. You feel me? But let me tell you what I noticed. Ziz brought it up the other day, and I shot it down. I shot down the notion of being copied because I stay on what I'm on. If somebody's copying something positive I'm doing, have done, that's what it's about. That's what I stand for. It's about putting positive out there. We can't say I did something great and then get mad if somebody copies it, right? But I'm just sitting up here and I'm looking, paying attention, and it's one thing to be emulated, copied, and obviously people do it on the slide. They're not gonna give you credit. But if you sit and you watch and you listen long enough, yeah, and that's the thing. Some people get I get my own notification. When I have a couple of different accounts, I have a couple different phones. So if I put up a notification, the notification pops up. Right when I go live, it pops up that I'm live. You know, I don't know what it is. And obviously people are in the Sean groove like we were a few months ago, where you kind of like looking for, anticipating it or whatnot. But I don't know. That's something I can't answer for. What I do know is this. People have watched me in the bushes. And see, this is how they get away with copying and not giving credit and don't have to give credit because there's no trail. Oh yeah, you came and sat in my chat a few times and then went and took that and doing you. There's some people who have built their channels off other people, right? They got their subs, they built their whole little shit off other people, and because they don't actually have content, they are their content, right? So when I look at it, I feel like I've been one of the realest people on YouTube because I don't have a gimmick. I don't say names. I don't use other people in my heading, or I don't use tags at all. I go live and share Sean. Now I'm looking at people who have used other people, because that's what it ends up being at the end of the day, when those people are removed from you that allowed you to be where you are, right? So they're removed from you, very small. Now you're on your channel speaking a certain way and giving off the idea that you move a certain way and talk a certain way. And it's funny that that little small bit of communication severs ties, but your platform is supposed to be on this positive thing. And that's the part where I say, look, you can copy me, but you can't do me, right? So even though I'm only talking to a handful, some of those people who didn't show their face was picking up on my shit. See, real is real. I don't need 1,500 people, 15,000 subscribers to validate who I am and what I am and what I stand for and whether or not I go live, right? So you got some people who their goal is to get as many subscribers as possible. So when the dust settles with all the bullshit, and let's just say the Kenneka Jenkins case is gone. The Kenneka Jenkins, and I'm not, no disrespect to anybody, but I'm saying as far as the masses, like there's not 500. Let me turn this off too. There's not 500 platforms talking about Kenneka Jenkins anymore. There's only a few, and respect due to those people. The point I'm making about that is once the dust settles about the trending topics, you know, ain't no 6ix9ine to talk about, ain't no you know, game bangers in Chicago to talk about. There's no big time trending topic, right? So these people have all these subs now, and I pay attention. This is I am my entertainment. This is what's different about me. We could tune into the same exact thing, both be entertained for completely different reasons. I'm not entertained by the content of channels that I go to. Some of it is muscle memory. Just, you see what's going on today. The other is I pay attention to what everybody else is not paying attention to. They don't have that sort of attention. I look at motives. I look at means. I look at objectivity. I look at purpose, right? So take trending topics away and you look at all of these platforms with all these subs and they don't have nothing to give them. So, and then with my mind, I'm looking through the bullshit. I'm actually listening to an idea or a pitch about something that literally you coming up with to fill the space. And grown folks tune in and back it up, which this is how we get dumbed down in a society. I bring up anything to keep coming up, okay? Difference between me and them is I don't come up if I can't come up spiritually and mentally, right? I don't have an obligation to keep a certain group of people happy to come up so many times. No game, no. Too old for that. I come up with a very, very specific purpose. And if my spirit isn't aligned, in line or aligned, I'm not coming up. And sometimes it's a week now or whatever. But you got people who have a reputation to uphold now, right? And here's where it gets blurry for the common sub. they don't know that they're just part of the rigmarole. You know, they don't know. And look, when you build yourself to a certain plateau, yeah, you got to feed your fans. You got to feed your people. I don't have fans. I have associates. I have constituents. I have like-minded adults that you know what I'm saying? I don't have fans. But there are channel holders who do, because the work that they do allows for them to have fans. But when the work is done for some of these channel holders, they fill in the void, and here's that dumbed down thing, with bullshit. Because they like you, they back up your bullshit. They validate to you that this bullshit is okay to do. So if you back me up, that means it's okay to do it again. So now, fill in the gaps of everything as if the main thing isn't bullshit. Now you got bullshit all in the crevices and the cracks, and you're coming up various times a week, a day, adding no value to the people's ears, right? Kudos to the people who know how to sit behind the phone and project positivity. My thing is this: I watched the whole thing. I watched how some people came out of nowhere with no real intent, sat up, got liked, was promoted, was advertised, assisted, and then you sit back and it's like, whoa. Now, how many people can actually say people got popping YouTube channels off of them just going live and being who they are? How and not even popping, who has YouTube channels where they're not doing something very specific? We're talking about this case, we're talking about murder mysteries, we're doing comedy, we're doing this, we're doing that. How many people just go live and project the positivity, humility, being a good man or a woman, and promoting that? Well, nobody doing that shit. So I'm bringing up the point that I'm making for this. There's a few people who, when I tune into their live, I'm watching me. I'm watching my type of show that was not in existence before I came here. I get no assistance since I got here. Nobody promotes me. Nobody says, go over to Sean's channel, he's being positive. But everybody goes and promotes the other people's channels who basically took my blueprint, assisted and took fans, and now they have a platform that is consistent of other people's ideas. And if I'm not mistaken, I was accused of wanting to be other people and taking their ideas, and some of it by some of the people who are now channel holders. Only a few people may know the who's. And I ain't here for no beef. Probably never talk about it again. But like I told y'all, when I have an issue about something, I address that shit at least once. And I'm saying this to say I've been nothing but positive on the YouTube streets. Even if I've said or done something that had a negative tone to it, it was for a positive outcome. Like outing somebody for somebody, standing up for somebody, you know, going outside of me and my comfort and my positive life and doing something for somebody else. People don't want to hear the truth until it best fits them. You know, I caught a lot of flack in the YouTube streets, but it was unwarranted. People with a little bit of clout per se will say something and somebody else to say it, and then it's out there now. You can, but they don't you can't retract that shit, right? I lost a lot of favor with some people because they thought it was a decision they had to make between going channel to channel, and it sucked. I always gave credit where it's due, even up to today. I think the last time I went live, I shot out Straight Drop, because, not saying that's why I'm live today. I think in my head at some points I wanted a YouTube channel, but I'm actually here today through that transition. A sub came up to talk, came up again. He liked my input and output and solidified his panel at the time, made some progress. And it's funny, today we were in the middle of a conversation, and it was probably going to be the next thing I said to him. The next segue was, I think I should build me a channel that's mine, but it's kind of off of yours. Hence, if I name my channel Sean Drop Think Talk Live, then I'm obviously going to emulate some things from where I came from. The idea, the premise of it came from there. It's in the name. So your ignorance in trying to put me down says, well, he wants to be like you. Well, put it in its proper context. I'm in a place that I like, that inspired me. Thus, the inspiration will leave trails and trace marks of that inspired me. But if you pay attention to what I'm doing, sitting behind this communicative device, you wouldn't have a narrative to have to make up. So it made me defensive, and I started just kind of honing in on the people who had my back. So then I put out there in the universe that this is going to be small and we don't care, and this and that. Thus probably stagnating my growth or whatnot. But no matter how small, no matter how big, I'm going to stay who I am. And I'm going to, you know, keeping it real is keeping it real, you know what I mean? I'm not going to beg, I'm not going to ask for people to come to my channel. It's equivalent to, if you're being real all the time, then, like I said, it doesn't take a certain amount of people. There's literally channel holders that go live and they don't even talk until they see a certain amount of people in the chat. This guy could see 0 people where the little person is right there, 0 thumbs up, and if I'm going live, I'm gonna go live. Now, if I'm live and don't nobody come up, it defeats the purpose of live. So thus I'll upload a video if I have something on my mind. This is not a comparison thing, but it is, I think, a sample of you being able to see the difference of a person who is content versus a person who has to go get it sitting behind this. And when they don't have it, you'll see traces of other people in the makeup of what they do. Because if you come up here with a particular intent, and then that intent fades away, but now you have an obligation to the people who help you build your channel, it's funny because the way my mind works is you're watching this watered down realness. Let's keep it like that. But I just wanted to address that. Obviously many people ain't gonna see it, but for those who do, I'm sure it's gonna resonate with truth with you. So, you know, I ain't worried about that. FYI, if I haven't said it before, this channel will be all about poetry, and my positive, you know, projection will be through the poetry itself. There's nothing I'm gonna be able to sit up here and talk about that isn't already talked about on a bigger platform. Most of everything I've discussed is where I got it from somewhere else. I'm too real. It's either don't have a YouTube channel or be 100% LaShawn. And if people are rocking, they rocking, and if they not, gives a fuck. Because I'm when I say real, it's not conversation. It's not to impress you. It's not to make you lean one way. It's not to get you off the fence. It's a statement of fact, even with my mouth closed. So it's like, if I focus my channel just on poetry, I don't think there's any other channels. Well, there probably are, but not in our realm. Go live, and even with the poetry, I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking truth. It's positive, even if the poem is negative. It's positive because I notice it. I'm recognize it. I'm sharing that with you, and I always put the sarcasm in it that makes you think. So there's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying like this. So go ahead and do poetry, y'all. You can't do me. You can't do it like I do. And I like to do it off the cuff right in front of you, because there's nothing more authentic than that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get this from nobody else. I wasn't inspired by someone else. The most inspiration I'll get is from the people in my chat who put the words in there. And I'll be able to share that with you. And then eventually I'm gonna put even some of the ones you've heard already. I'm gonna put this poetry book together. That's what I'm working on. My birthday's in February, so as a birthday gift to myself, I actually want to have something in my hand that is published and able to be sold, and obviously given away. Poetry. So it'll be the channel's acronyms will be the same, and I'll probably cross out poetry in the actual logo. Cross out positive and put poetry. So it'll kind of be like the positive is still there because I'm not erasing it and putting poetry. It's like it's symbolic of I changed the channel from Sean's positive channel to Sean's poetry channel. So it'll say that, it'll look like that, and the logo will actually portray that. Yet still being positive, because people will say, well, damn, he replaced his positive with poetry. Oh, okay, that's not bad. I'm not replacing it with a gun or bullshit. And then that way we get off all the, I don't have room for other narratives. I'll be speaking poetry. That's it. I'll play some music, high, and that's it. High, by, poetry. That's it. And then that way that there's no confusion. There's no he said, she said. There's nothing I have to protect or defend. There's none of the outside shit. I'll let that form of entertainment come from other places. And my form of entertainment will be what I'm good at, what I do. I don't have time to sit behind this live trying to create and trying to emulate and trying to like appeal to people. That's one thing I am not fucking doing, period. I'm not going live for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going live to show off or to prove something or to make something. I'm going live because I got something to give. So I'm not going live for me. I'm going live for whoever tunes in with me. So it's a transfer of energy. It's a transfer of information at the time. If you don't tune in, you don't tune in. If you do, I promise you'll be entertained, and you'll be, let's just say, if what I'm doing is food and you're hungry, you're gonna leave full, because people who aren't attracted or even connected to what I'm gonna be doing, they're not gonna be here anyway. And anybody who is will automatically 100%, because of how I'm doing it and what I'm doing, they'll be entertained. So if I focus just on that, first of all, grow the channel. Second of all, it will eradicate anything outside of the point of me going live, which will be the poetry. And that's it. And if I want to do other things, say other things, I have my other channel where I can upload videos. That's why I named it Sean's Upload channel. So I'll use that channel to upload. I'll use this channel to go live and to upload poetry. And that there is the whole story. I broke my pinky playing football. Not to change the subject, but to change the subject. Look at this real close. Let me see if you can see it. See that bump right there? This periodically pops back up. But look how wide my pinky is compared to the regular pinky. You see that? And it's a little bit shorter because the tendon, if you look really close, it's a little bit shorter because the tendon moved from in between the two bones here. Either phalanges or carpals. Phalanges, carpals. I know all the bones too, kinesiology. But right here, between this carp and this carp, no, wait a minute, let me get this right. These are phalanges and these are carpals, because when you get carpal tunnel, it's right here. So you have carpals in your hands and your feet, and you have phalanges in your hands and your feet, and all these phalanges are different bones, you feel me? Yeah, it's 12 in the fingers, and then you have 2 that make up your thumb. So each hand has 14 phalanges. Basically what I'm saying is the cartilage came from in here, tendons, and it went to the outside. That's why it's so wide, right? And I played sports my whole life. So on a couple of my fingers, you can see it. On this one a little bit, same thing happened, but not as bad. And then I broke my thumb. See how big that bone is? I broke my collarbone. See it? Like it's like a plate. The bone is flat, whereas this bone, see it? It's a bone by itself. See it? And then this side, watch. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's crazy. This side is metal, like a plate. The bone broke and then came back together like this instead of like this. Right? So I broke my ankle, inside ankle. All my body weight came down on the outside. So I had a high ankle sprain with the ankle. Broke thumb, broke pinky, broke collarbone. And I promise you, I have the same body I had walking out of high school, and I can run just as fast, damn near jump just as high. Super blessed. But broken bones and all, man. But the only thing is, when you get older, you feel it. You feel it like when it's cold, or maybe you're doing something, some strenuous activity, all kinds of strenuous activity, and sometimes you'll feel it. You know what I mean, here and there. Oh, and I've also cracked the bone in here. One of the carpals. It's like a little knot. That scar. Listen to this story real quick. This person got drunk, him and his brother, and he was talking slick at my daughter. My daughter was 17, and said something. I said, you know what? Watch your mouth, bro. He said, man, me and my brother could fuck your daughter. Wow. I remember exactly how I felt. Oh, hold on real quick. I gotta go get the door. I was wondering. Hold on real quick, y'all. Turn it in. Shit. All right. Out of that crib. All right. So, yeah. So basically, Coco, be quiet. Yeah. So basically, where was I at before I lived? Oh, so yeah, the dude said what they could do to my daughter, and I just kind of lost it. The dude a little bit bigger than me, and I'm about to get him. Tagged him a couple times. Instead of punching me, he took me and swung me through his fucking living room window. Now, through the window, I hit the glass, and I got like this retarded reflex. So I felt like I was about to hit the. I felt like I knew I was about to hit the glass, and in my mind, I'm like, I moved some weird way, and the shards of glass caught my shirt instead of my back. That little space when I did like this, and it caught that space right there. Just ripped it all up. But my hand flared back, and the glass shard, not a piece, but the window, it was intact. Well, broke but intact. Went in my hand, and I kind of pulled it out real quick. So yeah, it cracked the bone in there. Literally right now, there's numbness like right here. It's never went away. It's the numb feel, but it's numb so you don't feel. You know what I mean? So you don't think about it. But if I think about it and just go like this, it's like it's right there. When I do this, it sends a shock up these two fingers. Yeah. So yeah, he got, and I still gave him the business. He was on top of me after that. And he's bigger than me, but I was the aggressor. I was the one mad. You feel me? So I got him up off me, tagged him a couple times, and this dude to moms. It was like a gang of people, family, people out. His mom and dad, his stepdad, stopped it, and I'm like, man, we same side, but he a little bigger than me. I personally believe I should let him get that ass whooping. That was the most disrespectful shit you could possibly say to a father. Me and my brother can fuck your daughter. And I was giving him that real business, and they pulled me off of him. Yeah. I'm a little nigga, but when I get mad, I'm 6'2", 225. But oh, you said hurt often? Nah, it's not like a hurt. It's a tingle. It's an agonizing, sometimes it's like I don't know, it's one of those things kind of like you ever been hurt but your mind and everything is used to it, so it's there, but it's not because you mentally mind fucked yourself. I'm accepting this pain, and now it subsided, to a point, so I don't think it's there. So yeah, that's it. I'll play a song and get on. But yeah, I'll be up on Wednesday to do some poetry until I come up with the actual schedule that I can adhere to. But other than that, I'll come up when I come up, but I'll try to come up every Wednesday. This week I just was not feeling it. Too much going on, and my subs, for the most part, all belong to the channels that have a whole bunch of stuff going on. And it's just disheartening sometimes to listen to all this shit. I don't get it. But I know something we can get, and that's it, right? We can get it right. So yeah, I can. I'm built a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm on YouTube going off my spirit, knowing that this shit's going on, this makes me feel unsettling a little bit, and it's hard not to talk about it when you kind of came from it and it's going on, and everybody you're gonna talk to is part of the it as either a sub or a listener, or they are it. So I say, well, let me step all the way out of it, because I don't want to create any drama for myself, because when the drama's going on, everybody's looking for their next victim, the next person to bite, right? Like it's going on. So it's like, hey, you want some too? Like, you take it easy. The same dude I was in February when I first went live. Sometimes you could be a little bit too real for TV. Because remember, television is entertainment. Shout out to the dudes who was in my bushes and go live looking like me. Keep that shit going, yo. It's a good look. It's a good look. And you could take that. Actually, I'm drinking a little coffee, cold coffee. No ice, but cold coffee. I like the taste of coffee. I like the taste of my coffee. I made my mama coffee growing up, like 2 scoops, 2 sugars, 2 creams. And I guess it depends on the spoon size and the cup size, but it just comes out right every time. And obviously it has to be brewed right too. But yeah, I'm a tea guy though. I like green tea. I've been drinking a lot less sugar lately. Like, I make coffee with just cream now, and I make my green tea. I don't put no sugar in it. So I'm approaching a time in my life. Age obviously is a correlation, but it's not a absolute. But I'm reaching the time in my life where people that look like me and have melanin in their blood should be a little more careful about what they intake. And this is something I wanted to express to people as well. People always saying diet and what they need to cut out. The best shit and the best way to look at it is what you need to be eating, what you need to intake, not what you don't need to have. Because think about it, if you intake the proper shit, you don't have room for the shit you don't need. So we don't even have to talk about it. The diet, there's no such thing as a diet. Gets on it, loses, and get on. It's the motivation of doing it physically, mentally, and spiritually that all connects and allows for you to get to a desired weight in a desired place. Sometimes it's not about the weight. It's about the perception of oneself. When you feel good, you look good. But you got to work at what it is that you want to feel and what you want to see. So exercise shouldn't be work, right? Exercise should be a part of life, to where it's not a job or an obligation attached to it. So that means, like, if you miss a day, beat yourself up. If you miss it, you don't consider it missing a day if it's part of your lifestyle. You just didn't do it today, right? I'm just going to say this. If you have sex and you didn't have sex today with your partner, did you miss today? You get what I'm saying? You didn't miss today. You just didn't have sex. You guys just didn't have sex today. And that's the same. That's the way I see. I see you, spirits. Beautiful to see. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Since you right here, and your name's in the chat. Stay right there. I'll be right back. But I ain't going nowhere. Let me turn this tablet on real quick. Mother spirits. Damn, how you doing? Beautiful to see you here. I know you ain't went nowhere. You just didn't speak in the chat. I know what I know. But it's beautiful to see you here. And I'm doing good. I'm doing me, you know. That's what I'm doing. Remember I told you I need you to speak in the chat so I can touch your name. Cause I don't have your YouTube channel. Like I can't go to your YouTube without. I guess I could have went to an old message. I could have went to an old. Well, you here now, so let's not talk about what I could have did, should have did, would have did. We're gonna talk about what I'm doing, and that is making you blue right now. And while I'm doing that, is my, oh, come on, baby. Hotspot. Okay. It's supposed to connect automatically. There we go. All right, so while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and play your song, Woman. Connected. That's good.
I ain't gonna be able to repeat it.
Damn. Yeah, you. Yeah, you right there. You ain't gonna do that for me? I know what you like. I can show you too. You don't believe me, huh? I'll holler at you. Be at a beach or something, maybe at a pool looking like a peach or something. Make you wanna act a fool, maybe teach or something. Cause you know a Raz even got the
Preacher jumping. Hey.
Now I'm a simple kind of guy, I don't need
Timed out.
No, I'm lying, I want the
Don't worry about it. It can't time you out now.
when it comes to my boo. Her retire matters.
What's the matter with you?
I care about what's on the net more than her beautiful breast. Without common intellect and tell me what is the use. Our conversations after sex wouldn't be about sex. So if you want that drama tip, then it's on to the next. If you want your grown woman, then I'm on your neck. And I will not settle for.
I gotta start this over. That was too low.
Eyes on me. Tell you the truth, I'm the best in the bed.
I ain't gonna be able to repeat it.
Damn. Yeah, you. Yeah, you right there. You ain't gonna do that for me? I know what you like. I can show you too. You don't believe me, huh? I'll holler at you.
Thank you, Tonette, because I know you and K Money are responsible for them views going up on them songs because people weren't listening to them. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You ever seen a show be at a beach or something? Maybe at a pool looking like a peach or something. Make you wanna act a fool, maybe teach or something. Cause you know a Raz even got the preacher jumping. Now I'm a simple kind of guy.
I don't need a lot.
Now I'm lying, I want the world
On a platter.
So guess what matters when it comes to my boo?
Her retire matters. What's the matter with you?
I care about what's on the net more than her beautiful breast. Without common intellect and tell me what is the use. Our conversations after sex wouldn't be about sex. So if you want that drama tip, then it's on to the next. If you want your grown woman, then I'm on your neck. And I will not settle for less. And to tell you the truth, I'm the best in the bed, in the streets, in the booth. And I'm choosing you, so
Tell me what it do.
Hey, little mama.
pull that ass over. Right here, 'cause I know you ain't sober. Open up the trunk now, open up the door. Search to find what you thought was yours. Girl, that's mine, and maybe this is yours. Come on, girl. Hey, girl, let me tell you something. This is what would happen.
Let's get it right.
Me, you, living room on the couch. Candles lit, but all the other lights are out. I'm not the plumbing man, but I finna pull the pipe out. Don't like that dress no more, take it off.
Right now.
Hold on, bro, take it slow, cause I'ma tell you right now. All that
Say something,
OG
Spirits.
got me feeling right now. The way you move
Wait,
your hips make
say
me
something real quick.
Damn, girl, you're moving quick already in your nightgown. And yeah, the music's right, the melody is nice. Lay down, you're looking hot, let me cool you with this ice. Not the romantic type, see I know what you like. But fuck some Chardonnay, we'll sip some rock all night. And you know how to dress.
Spirit, say something before you leave. I want to see if it works.
Lingerie all white, so far I'm impressed. Must say you're alright. Fuck being lady like tip the bottle till you walk around that house like a gypsy model.
Hey.
Pull that ass over.
Girl, that's mine.
Maybe this is yours.
Come on. Let's get it right.
Let's get it right, little mama. I might be yours for the night, little mama. Let's get it right, little mama. I'll be yours for one night, no drama. Let's get it right, little mama. I might be yours for the night, little mama. Let's get it right, little mama. I'll be yours for one night, no drama.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it right. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it all night.
This is my channel. If me making you blue causes harm, shame on them.
Go hard to the sunrise. I'ma hit it right.
Look,
No lie, you with the right guy, I don't mind sharing. No lie, your beauty is very apparent. I recognize I'm in the presence of magnificence. I feel at home with you, so tell me where to pitch the tent. I get it, I promise I'ma hit it right. She said that nigga hit it once, but he did it right. One of a kind, bro, I can want to dine ya. I'm at the door, I'm at my best when I'm behind ya. Hey, little mama, pull that ass over. Cause I know you ain't sober. Open up the trunk.
oh, and on top of that, this is a positive channel. I'm not gonna look like, talk like, walk like anybody else. I'm not gonna say one thing and project another. Sean's positive channel removed from thinking and just talking live to project just that. And that positiveness is by way of poetry and truth. So anybody who doesn't like anything I do here, it's not as simple as just saying you can leave. I don't even have that authority. I can't even kick you out of, I mean, I can block and all that, but if you want to come back, you can. I mean, that's messy, right? But my energy is on this. Some things are for you and some things are not. As adults, we are supposed to maneuver and to project. And when I say project, it's not an image, it's project truth. And basically let your truth be seen with your feet. And when you do speak, let it be aligned with how a grown man and or a woman should act according to every situation that keeps coming. They ain't gonna stop coming, and you can't fall and you can't succumb to it. You have to be a man and or a woman every time. And it's hard, but it's worth it because I can lay my head on I'm a real man. I'm a real, without, it's not a medallion. It's not a look at me. It's reality. That's what I'm gonna project. Situation comes up. If I'm gonna go live and do it in front of you, it's gonna be me and how I would deal with it if I wasn't live. But the purpose of going live is to share it and project how I'm dealing with it like a man. And if you're gonna emulate, I guess it's cool to emulate that. But what's not cool is maintaining playgrounds for adults, not being able to communicate. I don't have to disrespect you and not like, I can not like you and don't have to disrespect you. I could like you and not like your content. I can have a good feel about the person, but the person is working. And I don't like what you sell, but I like what you're doing because I identify with the position you're in. I don't have to respect a person because they're emulating something positive I'm doing. Because when I break certain things down, it isn't a smooth transfer of energy. It's more like, fuck you, but I like what you do. And I'm gonna implement it without saying I got it from you or even showing my face when I did. But because I know what I know, it's the exact same to me as if you stood on a podium with a PA system and announced to the world that this is what it is and where you got it from. I don't need you to tell me, and I don't need other people to know that that's what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. So yeah, don't sub, don't promote my channel, but you're promoting the idea of what I project when you tune in and use it as your premise. So when I say I'm not in this for the numbers and I'm not in this to be liked or whatever, I'm sharing Sean. So if I share me, I don't have to get a thank you. I'm doing it despite you. You feel me? I'm doing it despite the acknowledgement. I'm doing it despite if you get it, they will. So I don't need to be mentioned or adhered to in any type of way. It's kind of like planting a garden. The garden itself isn't going to be able to tell you thank you. Being able to bear witness of the fruit itself for Sean feeds me to the capacity in which I need to be fed for acknowledgement. So minus your mouth and their observation, I'm fed. My spirit, no pun intended, my spirit is alive and well on these YouTube streets. What I've been projecting is now what people are catching up to and starting to use as something consistent on their platforms. It wasn't nowhere to be found the last year. All of a sudden, the last month or two, everybody want to do poetries and just go live to go live and be real. Now everybody want to be real. Now everybody want to sit behind they telecommunicative device and share humble, positive, be passionate, transferable with something we all can connect to and agree with, which is what I've been doing since day one. And when I tune in to people, I'm tuning into me. And that's the part that's great and that sucks, because I know what I know. And I know how you came, and I know how you spoke and what you do, and I know what you are now. Now that my stain or blueprint or my spirit has been likened to, emulated. They say the greatest form of flattery is imitation. So in that sense, thank you. And I'll never hear you say where you got it from. But I know who and what you was when I first met you. And I know what I've done. And now I know where you are now in what you are doing. And that you is plural. I'll never get the credit from you. But because my idea lived in me before I even stepped on the YouTube streets, before I even opened my mouth, and if I never stepped on them again, it will be the same. I'm fed. And again, thank you. Your flattery is, and your let me say, I don't know how you do that plural. You emulating me is great, but the imitation and observation is beautiful. To sit and watch me on display. Now I know why my channel's so fucking small. Now I know why I can't grow. You liked it and hated on the under. I hear everybody else telling everybody else to sub everybody else. And they wasn't subbing me. Now everybody has channels doing me. Bet. Go back into the history if they didn't take away their videos. Go back into the history when people first had channels that are in this circle and hear what they was talking about and how they was talking about it. Everything was about he say, she say, defending myself, projecting some bullshit, or just some nonsense. Even in the way they trying to be comical and funny and shit, that shit was stupid. Right? But look at everybody's shit today. Everybody want to be grown ass men today. I've been that. I've been pushing off that. So to the universe again, and to those who probably gonna watch and pay attention, because it might be 3 looking, but it won't be 3 when I end the live. Some people, just out of being nosy, will tune in to hear something. A lot of them won't hear this part because they're not going to get an hour and 3 minutes into anything that I'll do. But it's in the universe. And everybody got to run tell that person. Somebody will run tell that. I think he was talking about you. Well, how about know this? Know who I was talking about. And the person, if they ever tune in, if they ever tune in, they'll know I was talking about them. This ain't sneak dissing. This is plural, and it's facts. It's facts because I've been this, and I've been watching and observing everyone else. Now everyone else wants to be what I am, but not promote me and promote each other. Thank you. One more song. Actually, Spirit, since you here, I'm gonna play the song you like. I played Tonette's already, so I'm gonna do that, and then this will officially be my last for this channel, and that, like PS service, it's gonna be poetry, okay? Poetry from here on out. Sean's Think Talk Live uploads, I'll do that. So I won't go live to do this. If I have something to say, I'll upload it and let it do what it do. And for my poetry, because of how we have started it, I'm not going to shine away from that. I'll do my poetry live for the most part so we can have that interaction. And I think that's going to be something that helps the channel grow too, because most of the poetry you're able to witness here on YouTube is videos that have been posted already. And have years of dust on them. Maybe not dust, but years of accumulation of likes, dislikes, and views, and this and that. You will be able to be part of mine. You'll probably have a poetry book one day from me and say, I remember when he did this live. Hell, some of those words I put in there. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? if you can't do this already, you're not gonna do this. Not how I do it. So y'all do poetry. It's a beautiful thing. I love poetry. I'll tune into it. But where I'll be unique at is being me, doing it how I do it. I'm not better, not worse. It's not a grade or a level, or it's a difference. Something to separate myself, but then something also for you to focus in on. That'll give me my own space. I love my own space, you know. So with that being said, thank you, my troopers, who I guess I could put it like this, that can't help but tune in to me. If I was to say and mean that I do this for anybody outside of myself, it would be for y'all. I do me, and I do it for myself, but I can't go live by myself. So whenever I do, it's for you. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'll leave everything where it's at. And next time I go live, it will be to the bit of your entertainment. It will be to the, I don't know. I want to make love to your ears and your spirit. I want to make love to your spirit by way of your ears. There it is. With properly placing words together to create a feeling, transferable feeling. Spirit, somebody said now, because they are from just paying attention to me, having conversation with me, I'm not like these people. I'm not these people, but these people. I'm different. A little bit born that way, and then I recognized it, paid attention to it, and grew it. I'm different on purpose. There ain't nothing about me that wants to be like somebody else. It bothers my soul for an absent-minded person to witness something isolated and then put me in the conversation. That is in relation to that, you're not gonna find too many Seans. Again, this isn't a better than. This is different. And if you like different, that is on the positive side. And tune in. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for knowing what this is. But like, what I was saying to you, Spirit, somebody told me, based on just listening, they said they know now why Spirit says what she says, like, about me, as far as us, like when we first started this. And, you know, they were reading what you were saying to me in the chat, as far as us being connected spiritually and knowing each other without knowing each other. It's in the grand scheme of it, it's the overall in-depth knowing of self. Knowing you is a byproduct of me knowing myself. Me feeling your energy and spirit is a byproduct of me doing that independent of you. So if you're aligned that way, it's a simple, easy, mindless, effortless transfer of energy. When you real and you've tapped into it, you have to do nothing but be yourself. Others like you and or us will just blend in. If it's 5 people, then that's what it was supposed to be. We're being real here. So if I step outside of that and want to grow my 5 to 50, then I'm manipulating the real. I'm watering down the real. If my intent is as pure as I say it is, then it is what it is, and it would be just that. And my energy would just keep going forward in what I set out to do, and it will go where it goes. I will do what I do. I Want to Love You is the song, but I do love you. And if it's wrong, then I don't want to be right. Nah. But seriously, thank you, ladies, for tuning in to me, allowing me to get a few things off my chest. be a little informative, play some music. And again, I'll be up Wednesday for sure with some poetry. I do want to apologize, namely to you two, and Tammy, and Ziz, K-Money, you five, for not being communicative outside of YouTube, because we did and have established a camaraderie and a friendship outside of YouTube. And sometimes my little mind goes into the state of defense to protect my emotions, my feelings, my psyche. I want to stay where I'm at because I'm in a good place. And it's no pun intended, it's no specific, no deliberateness. It's, I have to do everybody so that I could be somebody. And then when I am comfortable enough to adjust to what's going on and be able to be Sean, then that's when I am. But other than that, I reserve. So there ain't no fake. There ain't no funk. There ain't no attitude. There ain't no negative spirit on me. There is no negative transfer of energy. And I'm not saying you would give that to me, but you and my mom and my daughter and my everything except little Sean, because of he's hands-on. Everybody is in that boat. I just went through it with my brother and my mom. My brother lives across the street. My mom's my everything. So if I can put them in that same place I've put you, you can't take it personal. This is what allowed me to be where I'm at in my life. And right now I'm riding the longest period of time of no stress, no depression, no broke, and at least content, if not happy. And I can't allow for a question mark in regards to somebody else to remove what I got going for myself. Is it a little selfish? Yes, but I promote that if that's what you need to do to be the best you in order to share that. You have to be selfish in order to get a whole you. And that's all I'm doing. Anyone who doesn't understand that is just a person who isn't in my circle. And who gives a fuck? I can't. Some shit is. And that's why I'll be telling y'all, I've told y'all from the beginning, I'm not fighting the is. You decide whether or not you want to engage in it or not. But some things are. Let me show you something. This is the size of my circle, right? Now, measuring wise, you could get some millimeters out of that, right? But this circle is my circle is a dot, okay? And the reason why it's a dot is because you can't, it's filled in. It is what it is. It is what it is, period. You have a really big period, or a really small period. But there ain't no room for bullshit in my circle. So I definitely won't add it to my own life. And if I'm not doing it for myself, I'm definitely not going to allow you to do it to me. And I ain't going to do it to you. And sometimes the best form of protection for me is withdrawal. And not a withdrawal. It's removal. Build up, let dust settle, come back out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing nothing but my underwear. And I might not do something. But what if I do, I'm going to do me. And I'm going to do it how I've been doing it. There's something to say about if what you're doing has gotten you to a place of content and happiness. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not removing that from me. You're not taking it from me. And you're not going to make me feel bad because you want me to do something else. I don't know who I'm saying that to, but I felt like I need to say it. You know? I love you. Much love and respect. Let the rest of this day be the best of your day, and sleep well, and try and make tomorrow even better. Create and live in moments. Love, be humble, have some humility, but just be good and let your feet copy your mouth, or don't say shit. Let your mouth copy your feet. I'll tell you what I did. I can show you what I did. But don't just talk about it, you know? Unless we talk about love. Sound real clear right now, huh?
I wanna trust you. Give you the world. I wanna give you my everything. Everything in me. I wanna make you my queen. And be your king. Talk to.
Oh, this is my show version.
Try to.
I ain't ready for that right now. I would sing it for you, but I'm not ready for that right now. Sorry, I'm gonna put the regular version on. Sorry about that. Mandy here? Hey, Mandy, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see if this is the right one. How them waves looking so far? I'll show y'all on a video. Let me go. I gotta move it up. I gotta move it. Okay, that ain't the right one, so this must be it. Yep. There we go. This for you, spirits. Again, it's lovely to see you here. And go for it.
I wanna love you. Be my girl. I wanna trust you. Give you the world. I wanna give you my everything. Everything in me. I wanna make you my queen. And be your king. I know you're tired, 'cause I'm tired too. I heard it because I tried you. Baby, here I am, it's all about you. Give me a reason not to doubt you. 'Cause all this lame, all the same. I need that queen status, dream. I'm a fiend for what you bring, status.
Wait, hold up.
Is she bipolar? You said you wanna clone me. Yeah, baby, I'm my own man. I pay my own bills. I'm ready for this man. I would love to love and then share how it feels. I would love to love and share how it feels. Yeah. I wanna love you.
That part.
What? Damn, girl, is that you? The killer smile in the heaven.
Oh, I want to say this too. Shame on grown folks who don't allow for other people to make mistakes just because they were the victim. Like, you've hurt people, you've made mistakes. The problem is when you live the mistake, then that's your character. But if it's isolated things, small lack of communications, maybe wearing your heart in your sleeve and saying some things you didn't mean, but you felt at the moment. How would you feel if you fucked up and no one ever let you come back from it? How would you feel if you made a mistake and couldn't say sorry? How would you feel if you were about to say sorry and somebody said, you know what? Fuck your sorry. You can never be sorry with me and we're never gonna get past this. That's fucked up. Accidents happen, and let's just say some shit happened on purpose with good intent. It didn't sit well with you. How many times are we just being ourselves and that doesn't sit well with somebody else? I'm not liked by a lot of people. Who cares what the reason is? From my perspective, I don't give a fuck what the reason is. But there are some people you mean well to that deserve an apology, and just as much they deserve an accepted apology. People get so hooked on delivering it. It's equally or even more important for you to be a landing spot for one. Because that's saying to another person, you're big enough to accept them making a mistake, and you are going to allow for us to move on. Now, with proper communication, you can say, look, we're not going to be enemies, but you go left and I'm going to go right. And we'll part here, not talk bad, like it never happened, but it is something that I can't overcome. But I'm grown enough to say I accept your apology, and our moving forward will just have different avenues. That's shit. That's it. I don't have to like you, nigga, and you damn sure don't gotta like me. But I will respect you, and I will get mine. And if I don't, in this realm, you just simply remove yourself from the situation. There's something that burns in us that wants us to know what's going on and pay attention and hear and see anyway. But a grown person says, I don't need that shit in my system, period. It does nothing for me. And I can live without it. And I can move on. And not that it didn't happen, but I damn sure can act like it didn't. And so that I can move on. And that's it. The most important thing you can learn as adults here in YouTube is I don't have to like you and you don't have to like me, but we can respect each other and move about. It's simple. People act like people are forcing you to go into somebody's chat and listen to the shit. You're going there over and over and over, and then you go somewhere else and talk shit about it. And I'm not innocent of it, but what I do is more of in a critique way. More and I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to give you something. People can say, oh, you sneak this in, or no, I'm not. But if you're one of the people that feel like I'm sneak dissing you, then I am probably talking to you. And while I was talking, I didn't say nothing wrong. So your reaction is admitting it. Maybe not accepting it, but you are admitting it. See, this is how my mind works. So a person now, you probably won't come to me with it because you will be admitting that I was right. Because I didn't say anything wrong and you're moved by what I said. Simple shit, right? How could I be sneak dissing you by speak? I'll put my car on there. How can I be sneak dissing you when I'm saying it out loud and I'm speaking the truth? I don't mind saying the truth and then you're not liking me versus me sugarcoating or lying or not saying it and thinking I'm liked. I'd rather not be liked with the truth in the air. You feel me? So y'all, anyone, and the y'all is anyone, take that how you need to take it. And that's just what it is for me, you know. I'm tired. And I'm a hypocrite when I say this in a sense. I'm tired of seeing and it's more so I don't have to see it, so I don't, when I see it, I withdraw. It's more so I'm tired of knowing that is going on. I'm tired of knowing what the truth is, not truth in the sense of false true, but as far as what reality is. I know what it is. I don't have to tune into it. So I can speak on certain things because it's alive. So anybody who takes that shit personal, don't tune in to me or you make a change. Because if it affected you, there's a reason it affected you. You didn't let it just roll off your shoulder, oh shit. You ain't talking to me. If it affected you, then you're probably guilty. Probably guilty. All right, let me shut up. I did say this is my last time doing this, so maybe I'm just getting it all out because I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing the Sean Think Talk Live thing We ain't talking murders, deaths. I ain't talking. If you want to know some history, it's there for all of us. I'm not inspiring enough people in that sense anyway. And you that I speak to, that's who I speak to. So I'm not trying to project some other shit. So yeah, after this tidbit coming out of my mouth here, this channel, when you tune into this channel right here, this channel is for you and me to transfer my poetic energy. That's it. That's it. That's all. You're not going to be able to tune into this and have opinions outside of, did you like the poetry, right? If I get a dislike, it's from a person who just dislikes my shit. Because I promise you, if you give your ear a chance to send a message to your spirit, I'll do just that. Talk to y'all Wednesday. If I pop up, it's what they call that, coagulating. There's a word we use. It's not coagulate. It's forgot. But yeah, it is really cool to you know what I'm saying, just to come up. I've been fighting myself to come up because I would say, okay, I'm gonna go up, but then when it was time to, it's like I'm not about to force this shit. I keep it real with myself. I'm not just gonna go live just because I posted I'm going live. I would take that shit down in a heartbeat if I feel like I'm not gonna facilitate the whole reason why I'm going live. So that's what the difference is with me. That live button means something to me. That live is life. It's alive. It's really me when I go live. So if I was selling some shit and I had to be up at 4, it's different. I'm clocking in going live. Not here. I'm not clocking in. You clocking in. You know? That's how I go. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So those other channels are kept alive by their subs. With this channel, I'm just trying to feed who tunes into me with some realness. And that's a fundamental difference. You know, I love you guys. Y'all have a great day and make it the best. And I know it's only a few y'all on there, but do this for me. Drop those crowns for the idea of you being a leader in your home and in your life. Those hearts for the reason why we're here, to spread love and that wrench. Because if you are unable to do those things, then you need a little work. Thank you again.
I wanna love you. Be my girl. I wanna trust you. Give you the world. I wanna give you my everything in me. I wanna make you my queen. Be your king. Talk to.
I did it again.
Try to.
It's cool. It's whatever.
About you.
Y'all can fill in. Y'all done heard enough where you can fill in the blanks. I know spirits, you should be able to fill in the blanks.
All this life. All of this I mean that queen status. Dream. I'm a fiend. What you dream status.
Wait, hold up. Is she bipolar?
Want a grown man. Yeah, baby, I'm my own man. I pay my own bills. Pay my own rent. I'm ready for misfit. And I would love to love and then share how it feels. I would love to love and share how it feels. Yeah. I wanna love you.
All right, all right. Good evening to y'all. Good afternoon to the rest. I'll see you on Wednesday, sharing, transferring, and giving you my best by way of poetry. Y'all like how them waves coming in? Like how the waves coming in? I'm actually doing a bumblebee, but I'm doing it with the actual pattern of my hair and not making the pattern by way of how I brush it, but I'm actually using my hair itself to. You're gonna see. I'll do a upload video to show progress. But yeah, I gotta kind of combat for that receding, but right, we'll make it right. We'll make it right. You like that? Share how it feels. All right, I'll play this hook one time.
Some monsters.
I wanna love you. Be my girl. I wanna trust you. Give you the world. I wanna give you my everything in me. I wanna make you my queen and then be your king.
Yes, yes, yes. Easy to say hi, hard to say goodbye. But I'll see you next time I go live. You guys have a great day.